Chapter 5 of Poppy Playtime finally dropped, so today I'm recreating it in Lego. I'll be making epic new characters like Giblet and Lily Braid, finding Easter eggs, and more. So let's start with the prototype. After 5 years of waiting, Chapter 5 finally showed us a full look of the main villain, and now I have a mission to make him out of Lego. So starting from his bottom, it reminds me of a robotic spider. So first let's give him those eye parts and then connect these long black legs to the body. And he's complete. He looks super realistic, very scary and big. With his oversized hands, he collects the discarded toys, so I built 2 of them out of Lego. They actually look like a spider as well. I'm just not sure how he's picking up any toys with these, honestly. Okay, let's stick them to our spider's build. It's looking pretty weird right now, so let's move on to the top of his body, which is a scary clown. And I know that Pomni's minifig will work perfectly here, so let's take it. I just think it needs more scarier face, so I found Jack Skellington, which will be perfect for it. Now just put it on the spider's body that we built, and he's almost finished. I'll just borrow some hands from Kissy Missy and Huggy Wuggy to stick them to the front. Thanks so much, guys. All right, he looks awesome, and it has all different body parts, just like the original. Also, the original one likes to ride trains apparently, so let's quickly build him a track on the floor, then buy a ticket, sit him on top, and let him spin a few laps. Can you guess what I'm building? It's a heart-shaped Lego bed, and it also can be opened with Jack Skellington inside? Get out of here, old guy. Where's Lily? She's not in her bed? I have to find her, because she is a new Chapter 5 character with pretty braids and crazy laugh. I'll just build her out of Lego since she's not resting in her bed. I mostly used purple, black, and beige bricks for her body. I gave her socks some Lego stars, also used some Lego ball joints and connected them together for her hair, because her braids are basically half of her personality. Alright, beautiful, she's done. She actually can't stand on her own, so I have a transparent holder behind her. But wait, no, she's naked! I totally forgot her dress, but luckily I got this black fabric that feels very smooth. So I'll cut it, and as an underskirt piece, I'll use this white cloth and cut it out similarly. Then finish it up so it's fitting for her body and finally put it on. There, much better. Let's also snap on a nice yellow star in the middle to finish off the look. Nice. Lily Braids out of Lego. Wait, I think she's missing a braid, right? Because she supposedly has 3 in the game and she only has 2. But no worries, because I have Catnap, and his tail looks awfully similar to one of the braids. So I'm gonna cut it off and put it on Lily's head. Great. Actually, I can't even tell a difference. Last of all, she always talking with her candy cat, who's stuck in her hair. So I found a Lego cat sleeping on my books, tossed it to Lily, and donezo. I think she turned out very pretty and totally similar to the one in the game. It just seems that she's a bit tired. So let's tuck Lily into her bed nicely and leave her to rest for the craziest tea party coming up. Can't forget to turn off the lights. Good night, Lily. Meet this new sweet Poppy Playtime character called Chompkins. He's fluffy and big. So to build him, I'll need a bunch of red and yellow Lego bricks. Let's start from the ground up by building his legs, add his torso with huge belly on top. Let me quickly give him some arms and those big yellow hands. Now for the head. He's got these skew, goofy eyes, so I'll use a couple of snot bricks and attach these 2 Lego eyes right onto them. Now as a last touch, for Chompkins' hair, I'll use this red Lego cone piece that was used to mark parking spots. And hey, he looks amazing, just like the one in the game. What I haven't told you yet is that his belly can open up, revealing a whole bunch of sharp teeth hidden inside. Ouch. He also uses it as a belly pack to keep his stuff inside, and he's as tall as 3 minifigures stacked on top of each other. He also becomes friends with the player in Chapter 5, but wait, who's that? It's Prototype. Ah! Quick, let's put the player inside Chum's belly so he doesn't find him. That's what they did in the game, so it must work here too. Okay, he just said hello. I think we're clear. Phew! What? All this stress got my boy Chum a bit hungry. Chapter 5 of Poppy Playtime had us celebrating a big tea party at Lily's place, and I decided to recreate this cool part in Lego. So I prepared a bunch of different Lego pieces and started building. First, I started from the foundation, which has to be purple of course, then proceeded to build a wall with few paintings on it for the decor. After I placed it on the base, I went on to build the table, and it has to be long, so everybody can comfortably sit down. And for them to sit down, I'll place some very comfortable color-matching chairs around the table. There. Good. I think it looks super similar to the setting in the game. Now it's time to set the table, and I bought these cute tiny Lego cups and plates for each seat, so let's put them down for each of our guests. Turns out I was missing a plate, so someone gets their food right away. Let's also place a Lego candle holder in the center and light every candle on it. Can't forget the napkins as well. The table is set, and I think it looks great. Oh, and the first guests have already arrived. Let's sit them all in their chairs, and I'm going to head to the kitchen and start making the tea since people are already coming. I will pour some water to boil and take my tea from the shelf. Put the tea in a teapot and fill it with water. While I was gone, all the other guests have arrived. Lily Love Braid, Kissy Missy, and the Butcher. Time to give everybody a taste of my delicious tea, so I will fill every cup using a syringe. It's so satisfying to do this, actually. I could do this all day. Okay, I clearly made too much tea. Tea party in-game didn't have any food on the table, and I want to be a better host than Lily, so I'll take a pack of cookies from my drawer and split one of them for everybody. Everyone gets their own little piece. Alright, it's all set up and done. I think we did a great job. There's just still one empty seat left. Surprise! That's not your seat, prototype. Get off the table! Chapter 5 introduced us to a lot of new characters, and one of them is our new friend Giblet. I tried searching for something similar to him in my inventory, and the closest thing I could find was this Foxy minifigure. They both look alike and have a real human soul inside, but we have to switch that hook for a normal hand and do something about his tiny head. Giblet actually reminds me of a gremlin, so I bought this big head Gizmo minifigure, and I'm going to replace it with Foxy's head. Alright, so his head is big now, but the eyes are not right. I will draw the outlines with a white marker and gonna cut out an eye patch from black cloth and put it on his right eye. Also find a tiny Lego eye, paint it purple, and stick it on. Great, he now looks like a crazy pirate, so I think we're heading to the right direction. At first, he looks big in the game, but the dude is actually very tiny, so let's make him a little shorter. Ugh. Also, I need to give him his walking stick, so he can walk around easier with those tiny legs. But I don't have a similar one to Giblet's, so we're gonna visit Wizard's crib and steal a staff from him, which even has a diamond on top. Nice. He almost looks identical already. Giblet also has this golden pin on his torso, so I thought I could use one of those tiny Lego coins for it. Now stick it on him and he's fully done. Yeah, that's well done. It's literally Giblet from Poppy Playtime. In the game, Giblet zaps the player with his stick to wake him up, and I wonder what my Lego version is capable of. So let's try it on this player minifig by letting Giblet zap him. Oh, sorry, wrong spell. Nevertheless, I got a cool new toy. Just hope it doesn't come alive. So I bought this cool black ultraviolet flashlight from the store, and I probably played too much Poppy Playtime lately because now I want to upgrade it into Globy, the star from the game. So I took a bunch of yellow Lego pieces and started building a star with a hole in the middle to put my flashlight inside of it. Yup, looks like a perfect fit. So I have this invisible ink, which will appear only when UV light hits it. So I'll go ahead and write something bigger on my wall, which you can't see yet. Let's cut the lights and try our new Globy flashlight. Hey, what's this? I didn't paint that. An arrow? And it's pointing right at the door. There's another arrow here above the door. Maybe it leads to some kind of treasure? Or even better, Lego. Another arrow. I feel like an adventurer. It points to a stairway. Okay, this just got real spooky. Not gonna lie, I won't be surprised if I get jump scared by Huggy right now. Okay, that's another arrow. And that's Limon. It's the same drawing as from the game. I think I know what's waiting at the end of this. OMG, yes, it's Limon. Let's take him back to my table. Alright, so I noticed he's not smiling, and in Chapter 5, he gets reunited with his family, so I suppose that's how we fix his mood. So I'll pick a real lemon from my tree, then add 2 Lego eyes and a big smile on it. The only problem is I had only 1 lemon. I know, I'll build another one out of Lego pieces that's left from Globy's build. There, it's all yellow with a perfect lemon shape and a happy face. It just doesn't taste like one. Now let me find a fruit bowl, put it on the table, and finally reunite all limons together. It worked! He got reunited with his family and started smiling again. It's about time for some refreshing lemon juice making. Alright, so Poppy Playtime is not only a horror game, it is a puzzle game too. And the new Chapter 5 had a lot of them in it. I built my player minifigure here, and he's also able to shoot his hands forward just like in the game. So let's see if we will be able to complete 3 different sets of challenges with him. Let's see what the first one is. Alright, doesn't look too bad, it's just doors. And the handles are tied with thread, which keeps them from opening. In the game, player can burn through Lily's hair and then go through. So let's see if the same thing will work here. It's burning! I call this an easy success. Let's open them up and head to the next puzzle. Alright, let's see. Hey, I know this game. It's the same one where Huggy needs to put differently shaped forms into appropriate holes. And there are a bunch of different shaped Lego pieces laying around here, so let's get to work. The circle goes in the middle, the square on the left, and the L form on the right. Easy. No. No. Yes, sir. But wait, I have an idea. Yup, I can use the left one for all of them. Okay, it's completed. Let's move on to the final puzzle. What is it? It's a sliding puzzle. I built it for like 5 hours, and it uses this smart Lego building technique to slide pieces around. Alright, time to put it together. So this goes here, then this here, and this probably goes up. I'm horrible at this game. But after some time with the help of my minifig, we finished it. It's a Lego portrait of Chum Chompkins. Let's go! So we successfully completed all the challenges and now can calmly wait for Chapter 6 to come out. In Chapter 5, Huggy and Kissy finally met each other, and it's beautiful. Here's Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy's Lego minifigures. But before they meet, let's prepare them for their date night. I've built 2 stations to prepare for each of them. So let's start with Huggy Wuggy first. He has a poker table and a shelf with a few outfits inside. But they're not great for a date, so let's check if we have any sharp-dressed minifigs. No, no, no. James Bond, yes! He's wearing a black tuxedo, so let's put it on Huggy. Nice. Let's also give him a nice golden watch to show that he's a baller. Looking like $1 million bucks. I also found some dress shoes, so let's put them on. But before he goes, the shoes need some shining done. There we go. Bling bling. A gentleman also needs to bring a flower to his girl, so I built a little garden and Huggy picked the nicest flower. Alright, amazing! Your boy is definitely ready for the date now. Now let's move on to Kissy Missy and her dressing room. First of all, let's put her in this nice princessy dress. Beautiful. Now she also needs some makeup, so let's sit her down by the mirror and get started with some nice lipstick on her huge lips. Next, we'll powder her face with this soft pink sponge. Okay, as a last thing, let's take some perfume, and you know it has to be good if it's perfume by Rihanna. Alright, just a final check in the mirror. Now they're both ready. They both look a little bit nervous, but at the same time excited. I think it's working.